Nietzsche is often associated with intense, sometimes controversial ideas, but there's so much more to his story than just his philosophy. Imagine, if you will, the universe. Now imagine the vastness of space and time. That's kind of how I see Nietzsche's mind, expansive, complex, and full of unexplored territories. Here are some intriguing facts about the man behind the ideas. Nietzsche was born on October 15th, 1844 in Rocken, Germany. Rocken was surrounded by rolling hills and vast open skies. His father was a Lutheran pastor, and his family had a long tradition of religious service. Nietzsche wasn't afraid to question everything, even the beliefs he was raised with. This questioning spirit would become a defining characteristic of his life and work. Think about it, how often do we question our own beliefs? So the next time you're gazing up at the stars, remember Nietzsche, the boy from a small village who dared to question the universe. Did you know that Nietzsche was a talented musician? He started playing at a young age and composed several pieces throughout his life. He could have pursued a career in music if he wanted to. Imagine young Nietzsche at the piano, lost in a world of melody. Music was a significant part of his upbringing. Music speaks to our emotions, our subconscious, our very souls. Nietzsche infused his writing with a lyrical quality that's captivating. Fact number 3. Nietzsche was an academic prodigy. At the age of 24, he became the youngest ever to hold the Chair of Classical Philology at the University of Basel in Switzerland. This wasn't just any university. Basel was a prestigious institution, a hub of intellectual thought. And Nietzsche, a young man barely old enough to rent a car in some countries, was entrusted with one of its most distinguished positions. This wasn't just about memorizing facts and figures. It was about understanding the nuances of language, the intricacies of history, the very building blocks of Western thought. Imagine being a student in his class. You're sitting there, eagerly taking notes, as this young professor, barely older than some of you, captivates the room with his knowledge and insight. He wasn't just teaching classical philology. He was unraveling the mysteries of the human condition, challenging centuries-old assumptions, and laying the groundwork for a new way of understanding the world. So, the next time you feel intimidated by a challenge, remember Nietzsche, the young professor who defied expectations and proved that age is just a number when it comes to intellectual curiosity and the pursuit of knowledge. Chapter 4, Unique Writing Style. Fact number 4. Nietzsche's writing style was unique and often poetic. He didn't write like your typical philosopher, all stuffy and convoluted. Instead, he used aphorisms, parables, and vivid imagery to convey his ideas. It was like reading a work of art, a symphony of words that challenged your mind and stirred your soul. Nietzsche knew that sometimes the most profound truths are best expressed through metaphors, through stories that resonate with our deepest emotions and challenge us to see the world in a new light. His book, Thus Spoke, Zarathustra, is a perfect example. It's not your typical philosophical treatise, it's a journey, an adventure, a philosophical novel that blends profound insights with narrative storytelling. Nietzsche's writing wasn't just about conveying information. It was about sparking a fire in the minds of his readers, igniting their imaginations, and challenging them to question everything they thought they knew. So, the next time you're struggling to express a complex idea, remember Nietzsche. Remember that sometimes the most powerful language is the language of the heart, the language of art, the language that speaks to the very core of our being. Chapter 5. Friendship with Wagner. Fact number 5. Nietzsche had a close, though ultimately tumultuous, friendship with the famous composer Richard Wagner. Now, we're talking about two titans of their respective fields, two minds that could shape the very foundations of art and philosophy. They shared a mutual admiration for each other's work. Imagine the conversations, the debates, the sheer intellectual energy that must have crackled between them. Wagner, the master of opera, saw in Nietzsche a kindred spirit, someone who understood the power of art to transcend the mundane and tap into the primal forces of human emotion. Nietzsche, in turn, was captivated by Wagner's genius, his ability to weave together music, drama, and spectacle into a cohesive whole that left audiences breathless. But like any cosmic collision, their friendship was destined for an explosive end. Their relationship soured due to differing views on art, culture, and politics. Wagner's increasing nationalism clashed with Nietzsche's more individualistic and cosmopolitan worldview. So the next time you find yourself at odds with someone you respect, remember Nietzsche and Wagner. Remember that disagreement, even conflict, can be a catalyst for growth, a chance to refine our own ideas and emerge from the crucible of debate even stronger than before. Chapter 6. Health Struggles. Fact number 6. Nietzsche struggled with severe health problems throughout his life. We're not talking about the common cold here, folks. Imagine a constant barrage of migraines, vision problems, and other ailments that would have floored a lesser individual. This was a man who lived with chronic pain, a constant companion that would have driven many to despair. Yet despite these challenges, he continued to write prolifically, producing some of his most influential works during his periods of illness. Most of us, when we're feeling under the weather, can barely muster the energy to check our email. Nietzsche, on the other hand, was grappling with the fundamental questions of existence, crafting masterpieces of philosophy while battling debilitating pain. It's a testament to the indomitable spirit of the human mind, the ability to transcend even the most excruciating physical limitations and achieve greatness. So, the next time you're facing a challenge, whether it's a physical ailment, a creative block, or a seemingly insurmountable obstacle, remember Nietzsche. Remember the man who stared down his own mortality and responded with a defiant roar of intellectual creativity. Chapter 7. Mental Breakdown. Fact number 7. In 1889, Nietzsche suffered a mental breakdown that left him incapacitated for the rest of his life. Imagine a mind that burned so brightly, that explored such profound depths, suddenly going dark. There are many theories about what caused his collapse, ranging from syphilis to a possible hereditary condition, and whatever the cause, Nietzsche spent his remaining years in the care of his family, unable to continue his work. It's a sobering thought, a reminder that even the most brilliant minds are not immune to the vagaries of fate. Chapter 8. Influence and Legacy. Fact number 8. Despite his struggles, Nietzsche's influence has been immense. Imagine his ideas, like seeds scattered by the wind, taking root in the minds of thinkers, artists, and revolutionaries across the globe. His work is like a supernova, its light continuing to reach us long after the star itself has exploded. His ideas on existentialism, nihilism, and the concept of the Übermensch have had a lasting impact on philosophy, literature, psychology, and even pop culture. Thinkers like Sigmund Freud, Jean-Paul Sartre, and Michel Foucault have all drawn inspiration from his work. Even today, his words continue to challenge, provoke, and inspire. So, the next time you encounter a work of art, a philosophical treatise, or even a thought-provoking song lyric that resonates with you on a deep level, remember Nietzsche. Remember the man whose ideas continue to echo through the corridors of time, shaping our understanding of ourselves and the world around us. Chapter 9. Misinterpretations. Fact number 9. Nietzsche is often misunderstood. Some of his ideas have been taken out of context or misused, particularly his concept of the Übermensch and his critique of morality. It's a common problem with groundbreaking thinkers. Their ideas are often ahead of their time, challenging the status quo and forcing us to confront uncomfortable truths about ourselves and the world we live in. And sometimes those ideas can be twisted and distorted to serve agendas that Nietzsche himself would have abhorred. It's important to remember that Nietzsche's work is complex and nuanced, and it's dangerous to reduce his ideas to simplistic slogans or sound bites. To truly understand Nietzsche, we need to approach his work with an open mind, a critical eye, and a willingness to grapple with difficult questions. So, the next time you encounter someone invoking Nietzsche's name to justify a particular ideology or worldview, remember this: Nietzsche was a champion of individual thought, of questioning everything, of forging one's own path. Don't let anyone tell you what Nietzsche believed. Read his work, engage with his ideas, and come to your own conclusions. And there you have it, folks. 9 interesting facts about Friedrich Nietzsche that showcase the depth and complexity of this remarkable philosopher. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future content. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.